Hi guys, welcome back to Michelle James Designs, michelleJdesigns.com. Today I am going to show you guys how to use vinyl in different colors on one design. And so this is our Cricut design space, and we're going to go over here to images on the left side. And when we click on that, we get all these Cricut images. So I want some animals and wildlife because I want to find stuff for my granddaughter's pool toys or sand toys. So I want like fish and stuff like that. So if we go over here and click the little plus sign, you can click on the box for all the free ones. If you want only free ones, I'm definitely loving this whale. So I'm going to choose that, and then I'm going to hit the insert image, and it brings it right in to Design Space for us. And once we're there, you can, make it smaller or bigger or whatever you want to do. But I want some more designs, so I'm just going to figure out what this says up here, and I need more designs. So I think I need to save that. And so I'm just going to name it test. I already have these in my design space, but I'm showing you how I got them. So that I'm just going to call test project for now. And I'm going to go back down to images and back to the animals and wildlife. And then I'm going to keep scrolling. Like I said, I've already chosen, but I want to show you guys how and what I did here. So these are the different ones. I have a little bucket, and I really like these round ones here. So I chose that one, but I can see the fish is down lower, and that is not the fish, so I'm going to unchoose that one. And here it is, the one I want that says splash. And this is actually going to go on a little watering can. It's super cute. And then there are some more. So I'm just going to, and you can get some more information on what they're called and stuff by clicking that little I button for the information. And then I'm going to keep scrolling down to the cute little sea creatures. There's like a little turtle and a jellyfish and a little crab that I want to find. And when I do find them, I'm just going to hit, here they are, I'm just going to hit Control and pick the crab and Control and click the jellyfish. And then I'm going to go down a little further and find that little turtle. Hit Control again and click him. So now I have them all four of them. You can see them at the bottom in little circles, the four that I have chosen. And so then I'm just going to hit Insert Images. Now these were not free. These were all 99 cents. So you'll see in a little bit later we'll have to pay for those. But for now, you don't have to pay for them right away. You can actually put them in your design space, and see if they're going to work for you before you buy. So that's kind of nice. And so now I'm just going to, what I would do here is just get these to the correct measurements. I'm putting these, like this one is going on the little watering can bucket that I got. And the other three are going on little sand tools, or digging tools, like a little shovel, and that kind of thing. So they have to be pretty small. One thing that I did learn from this project was, and I already knew it, it's just a little hard when you have tiny little designs like these little bubbles, and you have to make them so small. You have to, your patience is tried a little bit when you are weeding the vinyl and then putting them on the design, but they did turn out really cute. You will see that at the end. And once we get these all sized and in the right spot, then I'm going to show you how Cricut separates the mats per color. So you can see there's some oranges, there's some pinks, there's some yellows, some greens, and blues. And you can see all the layers over on the right. So if you wanted to delete something, if you didn't want to cut the bubbles, you could hit the little eye drop or the eyeball, and it would take that out. So those I think are good. So I'm going to hit make it, and what it does is it shows you what's going to cut for each color. So a lot of these oranges were the same, so they're gonna cut all like this. So now it's telling me, before I can go any further, that I need to pay for these designs before I can actually cut them. So I did that. I just did that off screen so that all my information wouldn't show. And so now I'm back in here, and you can see there are, I think, 9 mats, and all the colors are separated. So of course, if you're using green, if it shows a green mat, you don't have to use green vinyl. You can use whatever vinyl you want, but it does show what will cut for each color. So I am just going to get started with my cutting. So you just need a little tiny piece, and I'm using this really great opal vinyl. It's fun, and the sunshine shows on it, reflects, and it turns color. As you move it, it turns different colors. It's really cute, and the colors I'm using are similar to the colors on the mats. I think there's only 1 or 2 that I kind of changed the colors to be a little bit different, and that's because I didn't want yellow on a yellow bucket. So I changed that one a little bit. Okay, so I've hit continue, and I needed to plug in my maker, so I did that. Now I'm going to click which materials I'm using, which is vinyl. Right here you can either have the default pressure, or you can have more pressure or less pressure. This vinyl is very easy to work with. It's my favorite vinyl from Style Tech Craft. They have really great vinyl. And so I'm just using the default pressure. Once you click it, it'll start counting down the percentages or counting up the percentages. And then at 100%, it's done. But this is what shows you need to click the little insert the vinyl button, and it takes it in. And then the machine will tell you then to click go or cut. So you want to press that button, and then it starts going, and it cuts out that color. And I believe this was the yellow, the one that was supposed to be yellow. So it's kind of an orangey pinky color, and it will show nicely on the yellow watering can that I got. So it just does its little thing, and it cuts, and then you can see, you'll have to click unload, and then you can see the whole design. There's a little fish, and then the tail, and I think it's little fins or something. Okay, so once you get your designs all cut, now we're going to add our transfer paper. So we need to do this for each color and each little design. This is where it gets a little monotonous and a little tedious, especially with these small designs. So this is the little turtle head and part of his body, and you don't want to cut these apart. You want to keep them together so that when you place them on the design, it will be together. It'll be in the right spot. So I've gone ahead and off camera got all my transfer paper onto, and this is my roll of transfer paper, got them onto each design. So now it comes off like that, and it's easier to place onto your project. So I'm going to start with the little sand bucket and get these all kind of separated into their little pieces into each design. So these are the ones for the sand bucket. So I'm going to start with the whale. then here's the bucket. I've taken off the handle, but I want to get it centered with the whale and Harper's name all on one side. So I'm just gonna figure out, and you guys, I do have my computer up and I'm looking at each design as I put it down so I know exactly where those colors are supposed to go. That helps a lot. So I'm just trying to figure out exactly how to get this centered and on there, and I think I've got it. So I'm going to peel my transfer paper off and reveal the vinyl below. Now you have this nice transparent piece that you can see exactly where you're placing. The hearts are separate on there, so there's a separate piece of transfer paper. So I do end up removing those just so they're not underneath the other piece of transfer paper. So you just kind of want to make sure it's all placed down, and then we can remove that transfer paper and reveal that very pretty whale. So that color is actually kind of a green blue, and it's still the opal. The only things I did not use the opal on were Harper's name and some of those hearts that are coming out of the whale, those little blowhole. Those are glossy vinyl. So I used glossy vinyl and the opal on these projects. And I will link to the different kinds below in the description for you. So now I'm just placing these hearts. And as I said, I'm looking at the picture of the design on my computer so I can see kind of where to place them. And they're so tiny, but they turned out so cute. So these are actually opal because they were cut with the whale on the same mat. The rest of the hearts that I'm going to be adding on are the glossy vinyl. So I'm going to start with these on the mat. They were red. The original design was red, and I did pink. Just kind of speed things up for you so you can see exactly how everything is placed color by color. This is not layering. This is actually just using different colors for the same design. If you were layering, they'd be going over the top of each other. So once I get all the hearts on, they're really cute, and now I'm putting Harper's name on there, and it is also the pink glossy vinyl. And look how cute that all turned out. And you have multiple colors, and it was easy to do except for the little tedious hearts. But yeah, so cute. So now I'm just going to show you guys how I did the rest of the designs, and I do, I think, speed these all up. And they're small, like you can tell on this shovel, it's kind of low. Sorry about that. And there we go. But each color goes on separately. It's kind of like layering, but each color has it's own spot, not on top of anything else. And then these little bubbles are cute. And I actually had to cut one of the little bubbles off because it's going up a little. It was going to be too much on the side and it wasn't going to fit. So now I am using these little sand tools, and all these things are from the Dollar Tree, so you can make a really fun present for kids. So the crab is a little big for this. So what I did with these, the eyeballs and the little, I don't even know what they're called. He must be clicking his little claws together and making this little sound, and that's what these are for. But they didn't quite fit, and so I actually cut them apart and put them on separately. Okay, and then we're going to be working with the little jellyfish on the blue bucket, or the blue shovel, excuse me. So we're just starting with the pinkish and then the little orange body, and these bubbles cut all together, so I split them, but the design, they're on each side. So I'm cutting them apart first. And there he is, super cute. And now with the Dollar Tree thing, this label would not come off. So I'm just showing you guys what I use to get these labels off these little toys if they're stuck. And this is undo. And basically what I did was got it all on there first. So squeeze the bottle and a little bit of the liquid comes out, and I'm just really rubbing that on there first before I start trying to scrape off the paper and adhesive. So once it's all saturated, then I go to the one at the edges and start. And this stuff really works really well. And you can just kind of scrape away at it. It does leave a little bit of a stick, but it was much better. There was no bulky label underneath. So now I can just add this design, which I love, so cute, and it was perfect for this round. The round design was perfect for this little gardening tool. And now I just have the little whale in here. So cute. Look at that. It's hard to see with the reflection, but it's really cute. So here is all the little toys after I got them done. And the multicolor just really makes these. I love it. I love the multicolor designs. Sometimes you maybe just don't want to do them because they're a little more work, but they come out so cute. The little turtle with the little polka dots, which are not exactly in the little holes where they're supposed to be, but I didn't really want to mess with it too much, so I just left them, and I think they're fine. Now my granddaughter hopefully will be playing with these mostly in her little pool, and she might dig in the yard a little bit with mom or dad. But this vinyl from Style Check Craft is awesome, and it works and holds up in the weather for about 5 years. I don't know if she'll get that much time out of them, but a season or two would be great. I hope you guys like this, and thanks so much for watching, and I hope you will subscribe if you like these kinds of videos, because this is what I do. Thanks!